Test, test, test. Mic test.
We need the driver of the Brownsville bus to please move the bus for us, please, if you can. Once again, the driver for Brownsville driving the bus, if you could please move it for us, we would appreciate it. Thank you. George, as far as it goes?
A pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. John Cannon coming to you from the Joey Torres softball field here on the campus of Ed Calchelsea High School. Tonight we have a huge, and I mean H-U-G-E, huge District 32 5A matchup as the visiting Brownsville Veterans Lady Chargers, who come in here with a perfect 9-0 record, will take on your Ed Calchelsea Lady Jackets, who enter this contest at 6-3. Beautiful night here at the ballpark on Friday night. Right now, Ocean Gomez is on the mound getting ready to try to lead the Lady Jackets to their 7th district win, taking on the Lady Chargers, who have a lineup consisting of leading off will be number 2, shortstop Violet Ruiz. Batting second, they've got the pitcher, number 7, Cassie Valdez. Batting third will be center fielder Mia Ansaldua, number 5. So Ruiz, Valdez, and Ansaldua will be the top 3 for the Lady Chargers to lead us off here in the top of the first.
Leading off for the Lady Chargers, shortstop number 2, Violet Ruiz.
So Violet Ruiz leading off for the Lady Chargers this evening. Around the horn for Lady Jackets, we've got at catcher Sarah Zumbil. At first base, Sienna Ortiz. Second base, Sam Montelongo. At the shortstop position, we have Odessa Mata. Playing third base, Natalie Lopez. And then rounding out the outfield, we have Brianna Gonzalez in right field. We have Jackie Alvarado in center. And Kaylee Gonzalez in left. And, of course, on the mound, Ocean Gomez. First pitch is in there. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. So it feels good to return back to softball. Haven't been here in quite a while. And one thing that we've been doing with baseball is we like to have certain topics that we talk about. And tonight's topic is going to be, due to the fact that this is a game that the Lady Jackets are looking to pull off an upset, what are some of the greatest upsets in sports history in any sport? Now, the one that I remember the most has got to be Team USA when they beat Russia in the Olympics that one year. So Vala Ruiz leads off with a stand-up double, hits one into deep left center. That's going to bring up pitcher number 7, Cassie Valdez.
Next up for the Lady Chargers, pitcher number 7, Cassie Valdez.
Lady Chargers definitely explosive with the bats. They have racked up a ton of runs this year. The only team that really has kept them at bay in this district is the Mercedes Lady Tigers. First pitch low for ball number 1. Ball is outside. Ball 2. Actually, strike. I take that back. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count on pitcher Cassie Valdez. Ball is a little bit outside. That'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. Shot up the middle. Looks like it's going to score a run. Ruiz rounding third, coming for home. She is safe, and on the error on the throw, that is going to send Cassie Valdez all the way to third base. So an error on the throw leads to a run scored. 1-0 Lady Chargers.
Next up for the Lady Chargers, center fielder number 5, Mia Ansaldua.
So Cassie Valdez with a shot up the middle. Ruiz rounds third, comes home, and then on the throw from center field, Jackie Alvarado tries to gun her out. Ball does go past the catcher, Sarah Sombil, which allows Cassie to get to third base. So it will be recorded a double and an E8. So first pitch is in there, ball number 1. Little low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. One thing that Ed Couch does not want to do, they do not want to let these guys jump on you quickly. They definitely have the ability to do that. Ball is low, ball 3. Tonight I am graced by the man, the myth, the legend, George Flores. Like to call him Mr. Funky Fresh in the house. He will be helping me tonight with our trivia contest, which once again, what are the greatest rivalries in sports history? Our greatest upsets. Tonight is greatest upsets. That's what we're going to be talking about. So,
next up for the Lady Chargers, catcher number 21, Harley Morales.
So Ansaldua draws a walk. Got runners at the corners, no outs for catcher Harley Morales. Ansaldua takes off, is safe at second. So 1-0 the count on Harley Morales, the catcher. Pitch fouled down third base line, goes out of play. We 1 ball, 1 strike. So, again, greatest rivalries. Again, one of the ones that our greatest upsets, I apologize. I'm getting mixed up, rivalries, upsets. Again, I've got to go back to the 1980 Olympics. The Team USA beating up on, beating Russia definitely was an upset. On that play, Morales gets it down to third base. Third baseman tries to throw it home. However, is an error on the throw, scores another run. Score is 2-0. Lady Chargers.
Next up for the Lady Chargers, second baseman number 6, Liz Abete.
Frank had a good one. If everyone remembers Rocky IV, Rocky went up against the Russian Ivan Drago. And, of course, everyone remembers Ivan Drago was the one that killed Apollo Creed, in the movie. And Rocky went, against all odds in Russia against, this powerhouse Russian, double his size. I mean, just was an absolute, it was David versus Goliath. And, of course, Rocky, pulls off the upset win. So, yeah, that's definitely a good one, Frank. Another one I can think of is We Are Marshall. The movie Marshall, where, of course, they went through the plane crash and all that and had all these walk-ons come in and freshmen, and they ended up beating, I believe it was, I got to remember, I don't think it was West Virginia, but it could have been, but they pulled off a big upset and kind of ended that slump that year. So runner goes. She is safe. We have a courtesy runner, Christina Gonzalez. Courtesy runner now at second, number 13, Christina Gonzalez. And I'll have to look that up. I can't remember who Marshall played, but it was obviously a big upset. So 1-0 the count on Liz Abete, the second baseman. We have runners at third and second, no outs. Ocean Gomez trying to get out, lays down a bunt, gets to third base. She's going to throw it to first. Runner is out. Sienna Ortiz gets her, but the runner does come home. Score is now 3-0, Lady Chargers. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, first baseman number 8, Lexi Acias. That is going to bring up number 8, Lexi Acias. And so far, the Lady Chargers only have one out. And that was Abete, who laid down a bunt. And the third baseman, I believe it was Natalie Lopez, threw her out at first. Sienna Ortiz was able to apply the tag, but the run did score. So far, 1 through 6 has been able to get on base with the exception of Liz Abete. So, again, the Lady Jackets, they need to stop the bleeding, and they need to stop it right now if they're going to pull off tonight's upset. So, no balls, 1 strike. Of course, young Ocean Gomez, only a freshman, definitely has I think Yoli will agree, a very, very bright future with the Lady Jackets here. And she's got a big task going against this senior-laden Lady Chargers team, who I'll tell you this year could really make a nice run similar to what they did last season. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count, 1 out. We have a runner at third base. That would be Christina Gonzalez. Pitches in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we're going to ask Yoli, what is one of your greatest upsets that you remember in sports history? Do you have one in mind that was...
The only one I can think of is the ice hockey game.
That was Team USA?
Team USA.
Yep. That one falls in for a base hit, just falls right in between the second baseman and the right fielder. So Acias is on with a seeing eye single. Going to bring in another run, 4-0. Lady Chargers. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, left fielder number 9, Gio Leal. Oh no, you don't want to play that. That's for... I just thought of this, and I can't believe I didn't announce this one. We just had an upset. The first time a 16 has beat a 1 in March Madness NCAA history. UMBC, the Retrievers, who beat Virginia, who was the number 1 team going into the tournament. That never has a 16 seed beat a 1 seed. So, and that was just very recent. That was about maybe 3 weeks ago at the most. So that definitely has to be one of the greatest upsets in my eyes. So in there for a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Score is 4-0. Lady Chargers are on top. At the plate is number 9, the left fielder, Gio Leal. So any of y'all have any of the greatest upsets, please leave some comments for us on our eesports.us Facebook page. We will definitely mention those and also give you a shout out as well. Once again, tonight's topic, greatest upsets in sports history. This is something we're going to be doing more often. We've done it for baseball. Last week we actually had the greatest love songs due to it was Parents' Night. So we had the greatest love songs, and then the week before that, we did some of the greatest nursery rhymes. So we just, we try to make it a lot of fun, and I guess we add our own little dimension to a broadcast. You know, we try to make it to where it's fun, it's entertaining, keeps it interesting. And George just sent me something. You know, I knew the man would come through. Funky Fresh never fails me. Buster Douglas over Mike Tyson. Who can forget that? So a little dribble at Ocean Gomez. Ball goes over the head of Sienna Ortiz. That is going to score another run. Ball is all the way into right field, and Gio Leal comes all the way home on the error. Score is 6-0. Lady Chargers on top. Errors are killing the Lady Jackets right now. And Yole and I talked about that before this game. What are the Lady Jackets going to have to do to this game? Eliminate errors. And so far, it's killing them. Next up is the Lady Chargers, right fielder number 12, Jocelyn Head. So far, by my account, Yole, 3 or 4 errors have been committed by the Lady Jackets, and that is critical errors. Exactly. I agree with. We have normally my clock man, but today he is the music man, Frank. We're going to call him the Funk Master tonight. Same thing, critical errors, but there was an out. Ball was hit into right field, caught by Brianna Gonzalez for the second out of the inning. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, designated player number 14, Sarah Gomez. So Ed Couch, they need to clean it up. They need to clean it up fast. But anyway, George came up with a great one. Buster Douglas over Mike Tyson, which, George, give me a thumbs up if you agree, the greatest boxing upset in history, in my eyes. You know, Mike Tyson came in. He was the ultimate heavyweight. He was the guy that nobody thought would ever lose. And Buster Douglas was just, I guess in the famous words of Mickey, who trained Rocky, just some bum. You know, some bum. That was Mickey's term always. He's just some bum. But that night, Buster Douglas was no bum, because he absolutely annihilated Tyson and ended up knocking him out to win the title, and definitely one of the greatest upsets in boxing history. So far we've done basketball, we have done hockey, we have done boxing. Got to think of one for soccer, for football. Well, we did Marshall, when Marshall got beat. I know a couple years ago, I think a little team called Appalachian State pulled off an upset against somebody. I'm going to have to look that one up, but there's definitely been some great ones. There's been some great upsets in sports, and you know, we'll hopefully hear from you for a few more, and you'll be able to give us your feedback on REE Sports Facebook page as to what are some of the greatest upsets in sports history. So we got a full count. This is a crucial pitch coming up. This is a payoff pitch for Ocean Gomez. 2 away, 6-0. Lady Chargers well in command in the top of the first. Shot over to shortstop, gets past Odessa Mata. That one is another error. So that's 5 on the inning. Lady Chargers now back at the top of the order. Back at the top of the order for the Lady Chargers. Now batting, shortstop number 2, Vale Ruiz. So Lady Chargers have batted all the way around. We are back at the top of the order. Still 2 out, 6-0. They are well in command. Vale Ruiz, the shortstop. Another hit over to third base. Natalie Lopez checks, holds, and waits. Runner is safe, and you can hear the fans. They are not too happy, and you can't blame them. That was an easy out, and she just hesitated. Faked to second, ended up going to first. The runner was safe, and that is going to summon Ruth Flores, and she is not happy. You can see she is angry, and you can understand that this Lady Jackets team, she's letting Natalie Lopez have it and telling her that was an easy out. What are you doing? You should have thrown that ball. You know, so definitely it was expected. I just wondered when she was going to come out of the dugout to come talk to her girls, and she's giving them an earful. So once again, I want to thank everybody for watching us here on our brand new YouTube channel. Here on Ed Couch Elsa ISD, John Cannon coming to you from the Joey Torres Softball Park. Of course, joining me is the infamous, as we like to say, not infamous, infamous, George Flores. I think tonight he'll be a part of our Three Amigos, Frank. You know, we have Fred Ruiz, but tonight I think George will be Ned Niederlander from the Three Amigos. So, George, please don't get mad. Ned was cool. Remember, he was the cool dude. He actually sang the My Little Buttercup song.
Next up for the Lady Chargers, pitcher number 7, Cassie Valdez.
He was the singer, yes, and he was the guy that actually remember, he's the one that shot the pistol against he shot the German, yes. The German says to wait here. Uh-oh, Georgia sent me a preview. I can only imagine. Oh, okay, there we go. I thought I was going to get fired on the first night, but no, I'm okay. So, so 1 ball, 1 strike. We have runners at second and first for the pitcher, Cassie Valdez. Cassie, of course, a tremendous volleyball player, and also she has been the 1-2 punch with Mian Saldua this year for the pitching staff. I was telling Yoli, I remember one year when I was working for one of the newspapers, I actually covered Westlake High against Brownsville Vets, and these girls were only freshmen, and they dominated back then. Now both as seniors, they haven't missed a step. So I know Cassie's going to be playing at the next level. Congratulations to her, and I'm sure Mia will follow suit here really soon if she has not already. So 2 balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on. Of course, Ruth Flores came out. Let's see if the talk did calm down her Lady Jackets. Pitch is low and outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. And waiting anxiously on deck is the lady we talked about, Mian Saldua. In the dirt for ball 4. That's going to load the bases.
Now batting for the Lady Chargers, center fielder number 5, Mia Ansaldua.
So that's going to bring up the center fielder, Mia Ansaldua. She's playing center field tonight. Normally she is also one of the pitchers for the Lady Chargers, but tonight she is playing center field. So far, no comments from anybody on our Facebook page, but once again, tonight's topic, greatest upsets in sports history. That one was in there for a strike. Strike 1, Ocean Gomez needs to dig deep here and try to stop the bleeding right now, because this thing could get worse with bases loaded and 2 outs. So she needs to try to record this out if she can. Tries to hit the outside corner, just misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ocean Gomez can get out of this inning with a strikeout. Ball is foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. One thing we like to say is whenever a foul ball on 2 strikes is fouled out, what do we say it is, Frank? They're what? They're staying alive. Staying alive. You know another good upset. NC State under Jim Valvano when they won the national championship in 1983, defeating the Houston Cougars, who had probably some of the greatest NBA players, definitely Hall of Famers, Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde the Glide Drexler. That was definitely, I'll remember that one. I think I was about 10 years old. I'm not trying to get my age here, but I was 10 years old when that happened. And I'll never forget, they always show Valvano rushing the court after that huge upset. So definitely NC State when they beat the Houston Cougars in the 1983 NCAA championship. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Mian Saldua. Ball is hit into center field. That's going to score probably most likely 2 runs. Run comes in, another run comes in. She is going to clear the bases. And it is now 9-0 Lady Chargers on that 3-run double by Mia Ansaldua.
Next up for the Lady Chargers, catcher number 21, Harley Morales.
So a bases clearing double by Mia Ansaldua brings up the cleanup batter, Harley Morales, and it is 9-0 Lady Chargers. That ball goes right through the legs of Odessa Mata, and here comes the runner. She's going to be safe. That's another run. And I'll tell you, the Lady Jackets tonight, it's not their night.
Now batting for the Lady Chargers, second baseman number 6, Liz Abete.
So that's going to bring up Liz Abete. We have a courtesy runner, number 13.
Courtesy runner at second base, number 13, Cristina Gonzalez.
So Cristina Gonzalez comes in as a courtesy runner tonight for number 21, Harley Morales, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 6, or the second baseman, I apologize, Liz Abete. Score is 10-0, Lady Chargers. The Cal Chelsea Lady Jackets, they need one out to end this haunting inning, I guess you could say, an inning that has haunted them top of the first. Errors have really hurt them. Just some big mistakes. I mean, at least I'm going to say shot over to Odessa Mazda, throws it the first, and the inning is finally over, ladies and gentlemen. Ed Chelsea gets out of this inning, but errors, 6 errors. 6 errors constitutes 10 runs. You really think about it. They did have some clutch hits. I will say that. However, Lady Chargers, undefeated coming into this game, have a commanding 10-0 lead now. The Lady Jackets, what they need to do, they need to get them bats a swinging, and they can get back in this thing. I'm telling you, softball's a funny game. You know, I know it's 10-0, and it looks like it could be, but I'm going to tell you, I've seen crazier. And Ed Chelsea has the firepower to come back. So, you know, they need to respond, and they need to respond in a big way right now. Try to trim this lead. So batting for the Lady Jackets is center fielder number 11, Jackie Alvarado. And a similar song that we have to the baseball field, we call it the mumble song because it's walk it, talk it, something, something. We don't understand, so we call it the mumble song. But anyway, Jackie Alvarado to lead off, center fielder for the Lady Jackets, looking to try to mount a comeback, I guess you could say, against the Lady Chargers. And, of course, their hurler, who is Cassie Valdez, one of the best in the Rio Grande Valley. So first pitch fouled off, no balls, 1 strike. Beautiful night for softball. Winds are blowing out towards left field, so bunt attempt is unsuccessful. She does not pull back in time. No balls, 2 strikes on Alvarado. The laser shot just goes foul. Yep, no doubt. Like the song Snap. I've got the power. So she definitely got the power. Jackie Alvarado, she's got a ton of speed, ton of power. She can get on base. You know, she's got the wheels to move. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs for the Lady Jackets. Good crowd on hand tonight. Shot over to Cassie Valdez, falls right in her glove, throws her out for out number 1.
Next up for the Lady Jackets, your designated player number 10, Destiny Munoz.
So that is going to bring up the designated player number 10, Destiny Munoz. Jackie Alvarado lined one up the middle, but Cassie Valdez fell right in her glove, turns around, throws her out for out number 1. Swing and a miss, strike number 1 on Munoz, designated player tonight. I got Mixmaster Frank playing the airwaves tonight. Lays down a bunt. That one just does go foul, out of play. Oh, yeah. This is a good one. 2003 Cubs. Good job, George. Everybody remembers that one. That's when Steve Bartman, the fan, reached out to grab the ball, which made it impossible for Moises Alou to make the catch, if y'all remember. Cubs were leading against the Marlins. They were up 3-0. Marlins came back and won that one. So, yeah, I would definitely remember that one. That was a good one, George. Steve Bartman, poor guy. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3 for 2 away. It's going to bring up the catcher, Sarah Sombio.
Next up for the Lady Jackets, your catcher, number 17, Sarah Sumbio.
So, George, we're playing a little texting tonight, a little texting game, but he said, yeah, the 2003 Chicago Cubs who were looking to break the curse went into the playoffs, and the favorites had a 3-2 lead against the Marlins in Game 6, but then if everybody remembers, Steve Bartman made that play. After that, the Marlins went on to score 8 runs, and they advanced to the championship game and won it. So, yeah, good one, George. See, that's called teamwork right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's teamwork. So, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the catcher, Sarah Sombio. And so far, it's safe to say Cassie Valdez is dealing. She's taking no prisoner now. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this team, I'm going to tell you right now, in my eyes, they are probably the best team in the Rio Grande Valley. I know they're ranked number 3 in RGV Sports behind Edinburgh and Harlingen South, who are very, very good teams. But I'm going to tell you what, the Lady Chargers, I would definitely give them my vote for number 1. They're loaded for bear. They have 10 losses on the season, but a lot of their losses, they went upstate and they played some former state champs and some powerhouses outside of the Rio Grande Valley and hung with them really, really well. So swing and a miss, strike number 3. We're going into the bottom of the second inning. Your score, Brownsville Veterans 10, Edcouch Elsa 0. You are watching Edcouch Elsa Lady Jacket Softball here on our brand new YouTube channel. We want to thank George Flores for putting together this new YouTube channel here on Edcouch Elsa ISD. Make sure you watch. We're going to be having all of our live streaming for sports, everything education, anything and everything dealing with Edcouch Elsa ISD. You can watch it on our new YouTube channel. So again, tonight's topic is greatest upsets in sports history, and one that I just found that I was actually looking for. Appalachian State, and I tried to remember, they defeated Michigan 34-32 in 2007. Michigan was ranked number 5 in the nation, and Appalachian State, they weren't even thought of. I think they were like 300 and whatever ranking, and they came out and they upset Michigan 34-32. They blocked the field goal in the last second, becoming the first Division I 2A FCS team to ever beat a team ranked in the Associated Press Top 25. I have to confess, folks, I am looking at Bleacher Report for this. I'm not that smart. So thank you to Bleacher Report for giving me that information. John. 15 for 9. Got it. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, second baseman number 6, Liz Abete. So we have a change. We have Abby Sanchez, who has come in for Brianna Gonzalez in right field. First pitch is outside for strike number 1. Correction, it's number 6. Lizabeth is now batting. Oh, number. Shot into right field. She is safe. And the ball gets past the catcher. Going to advance her over to second base on the error. 2 errors back to back for the Lady Jackets.
Now playing right field for the Lady Jackets, number 15, Abby Sanchez. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, left fielder, number 9, Gio Leal.
Oh, it was Lexi Acias that was batting. Okay, yeah. So number 9, Gio Leal, the batter, runner at second base. Lexi Acias lays down a bunt, gets it to second base, takes it over to first. First out is recorded, but the runner does advance to third base.
Next up for the Lady Chargers, right fielder number 12, Jocelyn Head.
So that's going to bring up the right fielder number 12, Jocelyn Head, runner at third base with 1 away. Lady Jackets, of course, in the top of the first, was not an inning they definitely want to remember, as error after error after error, 6 to be exact, constituted 10 runs. And the Lady Chargers currently have a dominating lead. And now a wild pitch by Ocean Gomez will score. Lexi Acias, and she actually steps off the bag. And then Ocean Gomez misses, doesn't even pay attention, gets off, does not look, and then the runner is safe. So it looks like we're going to have another change here. Possibly number 20, Aliyah Cerda, will be coming in. Looks like that could be it for Ocean Gomez. So Aliyah Cerda is going to take the mound for the Lady Jackets.
Now pitching for the Lady Jackets, number 20, Aliyah Cerda.
So Aliyah Cerda coming in to pitch for Ocean Gomez, and tonight was just not her night. You know, she's only a freshman. Again, you know, you're playing against big odds when you're playing a team like Brownsville Vets, who has absolutely dominated, you know, in this district for quite some time. You know, this is a senior-laden ball club. Believe they're state ranked as well, and they're tough. I mean, they're loaded from top to bottom, and I think we've seen it tonight. This team is very good. Big, strong. They got size, experience. They got speed. I mean, they've got some big girls on this team, but I'm going to tell you what, they can fly. They can flat out fly. They're jumbo jets that can move like fighter planes, and that's no doubt. I mean, I'm very impressed. This is a very, very well-rounded team. And again, not to shove the Lady Jackets. They are really, really good. They have a good squad, but yeah, I guess you can kind of say they're still fairly young if you really think about it. Yes, yeah, no, the Lady Chargers are definitely a little more seasoned. There's no doubt. But of course, the Lady Jackets still well alive in the playoff hunt. So right now, we're looking at the standings. It's Brownsville Vets is 9-0. Mercedes right behind them at 7-2. Ed Chalcelsa and Brownsville Lopez sit tied for third at 6-3, and then I guess in fifth place, you would say, not really in fourth, you have Brownsville Pace, who is 4-6. So it's going to be a race to the end. So shot to left field. That ball is going. It hits off the wall and left. Head rounds for second. Stand-up double. She is safe.
Now batting for the Lady Chargers, designated player number 14, Sarah Gomez.
It's going to bring up designated player number 14, Sarah Gomez. And again, I'll tell you, these bats, you know, I know we've talked about the errors, but I'm going to tell you, these girls can hit. They can hit. Shot over to first base. Sienna Ortiz gets under it, makes a play for out number 2.
Back to the top of the order, now batting for the Lady Chargers, shortstop number 2, Vale Ruiz.
So that's going to bring up the shortstop number 2, Vale Ruiz. And this team has already batted around. This is a third time, and we are only in the top of the second inning. And they have literally, I am not exaggerating, they have batted around 3 times. Ball is in there for strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike. And I tell you, if Ed Couch can get out of this inning with only giving up 1 run, you've got to consider that, you know, that's a plus. That's a major plus. You know, of course, they need to get some runs on the board because they definitely don't want to get 10-run ruled here. and have this thing end early. So, thing about it, you forget that first inning. You forget about it. You move on, and you string a couple of hits, a couple of runs together, and you can slowly chip back. I remember a game last year. Ed Calchelsa was down pretty big, and if you only remembers, they fought back. They scored a couple runs each inning, and they made it a ball game. They did come up on the losing end of the stick, but I believe it was like 12-0, and they came back. They lost 12-10. So this team has the ability to fight back. There's no doubt about it. In sports, anything can happen, and of course, that is the brunt of our topic tonight: greatest upsets in sports history.
Could this be one of them?
Could this be one of them tonight? This would be an upset. If they can come back from 11-0, this definitely has got to be a big upset in Rio Grande Valley history. What about, folks, the 1969 Miracle Mets? The New York Mets, 1969. We'll get back to that here shortly. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, pitcher number 7, Cassie Valdez. The 1969 Miracle Mets, they lost 100 games in 5 of their first 7 seasons. They were a 100-1 long shot early in the season to win the World Series. So shot falls into center field. Runner was going to score, but she gets tripped up. We do have a little bit of a rundown. However, runners are safe all around, and we have bases loaded. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, center fielder number 5, Mia Ansaldúa. So that was a shot to center field that falls in, and Violet Ruiz was rounding third, coming home. She does get tripped up, though. However, all runs are safe. So we have the bases loaded with 2 away. Next up is Mia Ansaldúa, and if y'all remember, she had a bases loaded or a bases clearing double the last time she was at bat. That was a big she scored a big brunt of their runs in the first. So definitely one of the seniors with a ton of experience on this team. So shot to center field, very similar to last time. That's going to bring in 2 runs. And that is 5 RBIs on the night for Mia Ansaldúa. Score is now, I believe, 13-0. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, catcher number 21, Harley Morales. So 13-0 your score. We are in the top of the second inning. So far, it's been all Lady Chargers in this game. Combination of clutch hits and errors by Ed Calchelsa has led to this score. The good thing about this game, even with the loss, Ed Calch still in the playoff hunt, but if they think it gets any easier, it doesn't. Shot to shortstop over to first base, and she is out. But the Lady Chargers able to strike for 3 runs. They push their lead 13-0 going into the bottom of the second. You're watching Ed Calchelsa Lady Jacket Softball here on our new YouTube channel. John Cannon with a call, and of course on the camera, none other than El Mero Mero Maestro, Mr. George Flores. Have a great crowd on hand tonight here. Beautiful night for softball. Tonight's topic, of course, if you guys are just tuning in for the first time, something we do with baseball. We have the call for baseball, and of course, normally Joy Calvillo is here, and I'm hoping I'm not the bad luck charm. But we do different topics, pertaining to certain matchups or whatever. And tonight, of course, Brownsville veterans and Ed Calch looking to pull off the upset against the district leaders of one of the top teams in the Rio Grande Valley, the Lady Chargers. So the topic for this evening is greatest upsets in sports history. We'd love to hear from you. Leave some comments on our EE Sports Facebook page. Let us know what your greatest upset is, and we will make sure to announce it here on the broadcast. In the box, of course, joining me, our clock operator, Miss Yoli. Been doing this for quite some time. She is They're going to put her in the Hall of Fame once it's all said and done here at Calchelsea. And, of course, normally my clock operator over at the baseball game, but tonight, the man wearing many hats, as I like to call him, Mr. Franklin. He's running the music tonight. So DJ Freaky Frank running the music, playing a little Casey and the Sunshine Band. Yes.
Up to bat for your Lady Jackets, your left fielder, number 14, Kaylee Gonzalez.
So that's going to bring up Kaylee Gonzalez, the left fielder for the Lady Jackets, looking to try to get something, anything that they can on the board or even on the bases for the Lady Jackets, who currently trail 13-0 to the Lady Chargers of Brownsville Veterans. So here we go. Kaylee Gonzalez looking to be the first runner for Ed Couch to get on here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Folks, I can't believe we didn't even remember this one. What about Super Bowl III? Broadway Joe Namath, predicting the upset over the Baltimore Colts. I don't know if y'all remember that one, but Joe Namath, the quarterback for the New York Jets, predicting an upset against one of the greatest NFL teams in football. And Joe Namath says, we are going to beat the Baltimore Colts. Everybody laughed. Of course, the Colts, Johnny Unitas, some of the greats on that team. Tom Maddie, John Mackey, just name a few. And 17-point underdogs. And when you know the Jets defeat the Baltimore Colts and become Super Bowl champions. So Broadway Joe lived up to the man of his word, called the upset, and he did it. So that's definitely another upset there. Super Bowl III, Frank, yes, okay? Yes, I was not even born. I was not even thought of at that time, but yes. Thank you to Bleacher Report for giving me these greatest upsets. So, yes, make fun of me all you want, but I was not born yet. I'm not that old. So 2-1 the count on Kaylee Gonzalez. Ball is in there for strike number 2, and I'll tell you, the fans did not like that pitch very much. Here's something more towards your generation, Frank. 2007 Super Bowl, the Patriots against the Giants. If you remember the catch. So shot over to the shortstop. Shortstop goes over to make the play that is out, recorded for out number 1.
Now batting for the Lady Jackets, your second baseman, number 8, Sam Montelongo.
So that's going to bring up Sam Montelongo, second baseman. But, yeah, definitely a giant upset in Super Bowl history. You got to remember that one. That's when the Giants played against the Patriots. And, of course, the catch that was made, one of the best catches made, David Tyree. And that was not on here, Frank. I actually remembered that one, so I don't have Alzheimer's yet. David Tyree on a 4th down makes an amazing catch. And Eli Manning and the Giants end up upsetting the Patriots in that Super Bowl, 2007 Super Bowl, to win the game. And, of course, number 1, no doubt, Yoli, we were right, the Miracle on Ice. Team USA against Russia, one of the greatest upsets ever in sports history. So we have no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on the batter, Sarah Montelongo. Swing and a miss for strike number 3, 2 away.
Next up for your Lady Jackets, your third baseman, number 22, Natalie Lopez.
So that is going to bring up the third baseman, number 22, Natalie Lopez. And again, Ed Couch looking to get something, anything going, a base runner or something here on the board. Swinging a miss, strike 1. And I'll tell you, Cassie Valdez, the pitcher for the Lady Chargers, absolutely, literally untouchable tonight. Untouchable. So swing and miss, strike 1, 2 away. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. That ball was outside. Lopez tried to swing on the outside. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the bottom of the second inning. Lady Jackets need to get something going to stay alive. They do not want to get run ruled and have this thing end early. Next pitch is inside for ball 1. Like Frank said, take the hit, get on base. Take the hit. If y'all remember in the Bad News Bears, Rudy Stein, Coach Buttermaker, take a hit, get hit in the shoulder, get hit in the back, wherever, it don't matter. Just get on base, Rudy. So, Rudy Stein. In the movie The Bad News Bears, when the Bad News Bears beat the Houston Toros in breaking training. Yeah. Let them play. Let them play. Yeah, I'll never forget that one. In there, caught looking for strike number 3. So, Cassie Valdez, once again, wheeling and dealing for the Lady Chargers. We go into the top of the third inning. Your score, 13-0. Brownsville Veterans over at Cal Chelsea. Try to give a nice little plug to our concession stand over there. Walked by and I was smelling all those delicious snacks while I was enjoying my protein shake on the way into the ballpark tonight. Yes, you heard me correct. A protein shake. Yes. A banana cream pie protein shake. And that is, I'm serious. No, sir. Banana cream pie, and don't laugh, George, I know you are, but yes, a banana cream pie protein shake. It was delicious. Closest thing to a sweet that I'm going to have. George probably saying, what did I get myself into tonight? I could have been at home. Instead, I'm listening to this clown on the broadcast tonight. Yes, my name is John Cannon, ladies and gentlemen. Yours truly, once again, back and glad to be back here with some EE softball. So, going to the top of the third inning, Brownsville Veterans erupts for 10 runs, and the top of the first pretty much sets the tone. 13-0, Lady Chargers on top of the Lady Jackets. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter, number 24, Lauren Oliveira. Possibly even another pinch hitter. Looks like a couple of pinch hitters will be batting here for the Lady Chargers. I'm sure the umpire is going to give me a heads up here shortly.
Pinch hitter for the pinch hitter or the pinch hitter?
So, no, we're going to have one pinch hitter. Looks like we will have number 24 here shortly, but we'll have number 6, Liz Abete, stepping up to the plate first.
Here we go. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, second baseman, number 6, Liz Abete.
So we have Liz Abete, the second baseman, up to bat. Looks like we're making a couple of changes here. Frank playing What's Up, What's Going On by DJ Miko. And yes, what is going on is definitely the thought process tonight of the Lady Jackets as errors have just really hurt them tonight. And Brownsville Vets is taking full advantage of them, up 13-0. I mean, again, I take nothing away. They have got some great hits. I'm not going to say they haven't because they've come up with some clutch hits. But I tell you, I could honestly say this score could probably be cut in half, if not even more, because I will honestly say the Lady Jackets have probably given up 8 runs alone on errors. And I'm not, I'm speaking honestly here. So first pitch is in there for strike one, no balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. You're giving them this game, and again, they are the front runners in this district, currently undefeated. And if Ed Couch Elsa, it's a tight playoff race right now between Mercedes, Ed Couch, Lopez, and Pace as well. So, if they can regroup from this one, it'd be great. If not, well, next up, you've got the Mercedes Lady Tigers, who are sitting right behind them in second place, behind the Lady Chargers. So foul outside of play, no balls, 2 strikes, no outs for Liz Abete. And once again, folks, we want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. If you are watching here on our new YouTube channel, ball is fouled out of play for what we like to call staying alive. Tonight's topic, if you have never listened to the broadcast or you're wondering, what is this guy talking about? Tonight's topic of the night, greatest upsets in sports history. No, not protein shakes is not the topic, okay? I'm being made fun of because as I came up today, I smelled the delicious aroma from the press box, or from the Frank's got me totally confused. For the concession stand, and yes, I had a protein shake. Granted, it was a banana cream pie shake, but it was a good one. So that one fouled out of play to the third baseman. Natalie Lopez makes a play for out number 1. So we have a pinch hitter for the first baseman, Lexi Isaias. It is number 24, Lauren Oliveira. 1 out for the Lady Jackets here in the top of the 3rd inning. But anyway, back to my story. Frank's laughing at me because I had a banana cream pie protein shake on the way up here. As y'all may not know, I've been dieting. I've done really well. So far, I've lost about 40 pounds. I'm on a journey to try to lose about 90. Frank probably, I can see the smirk on his face laughing. But it is true. I've done really, really well. I mean, I honestly have. And on the way over here, before dinner, which I will have later on, I hadn't had my snack. So I said, I'll just make me a protein shake at home on the way over. So, yes, it is true. I did have a banana cream pie protein shake before I got here. Better than nachos with chili and cheese and jalapenos and popcorn and a soda and hey, being smart here.
I don't know about that.
You didn't see it here in front of me, so it's pretty obvious. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Lady Jackets trying to end this inning unscathed, and there we go. Strike 3, swing and a miss. 2 away for the Lady Jackets.
Pitch hitting for the Lady Chargers, number 99, Lexi Garcia.
So that's going to bring up number 99, Lexi Garcia. Now, here's a good trivia question for you. There is a movie in which a player wears the number 99. It is a baseball movie. He wears number 99. Can anybody remember what movie it was and who was the player? Come on, Frank. I know you know this one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Once again, we have a batter, number 99, hitting. There's a certain baseball movie where a player, famous actor, wore, yes, it was Charlie Sheen. You are correct. He wore number 99. What was his name in the movie, and what did he do for? Actually, what team did he play for? I'm going to make it hard. What team did he play for? What position did he play, and what was his name?
He was a pitcher.
He was a pitcher, yes.
He was a Brave.
No, sir. It's another team similar to that, but it was not the Braves. It was the Indians. And what was his name in the movie? Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn. Wild Thing, yes. Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn. So, good old number 99, Lexi Garcia, draws a walk. And that is going to bring up, it looks like, the designated player. No, another pinch hitting.
Now batting for the Lady Chargers, number 13, Christina Gonzalez.
That's going to bring up Christina Gonzalez, number 13. But yes, number 99. Every time I see number 9, also there's another 99. There's a football movie, if y'all remember. In the best of times, Robin Williams played for Taft, and he was number 99 in that movie.
I remember that.
So a shot to right field for base hit. We have runners at second and first with 2 away. That is going to bring up
Power. Bring it
number 19, Heidi Martinez.
Probably gonna slam it towards left.
Looks like she was in the flex position. Looks like she's going to bat tonight.
Now batting for the Lady Chargers, third baseman, number 19, Heidi Martinez.
So that's going to bring up number 19, Heidi Martinez. In that movie, The Best of Times, Jack Dundee was his name, and he played for Taft. And in high school, the quarterback, Reno Hightower, who was played by Kurt Russell, threw the ball, and Jack dropped it to lose the game to Bakersfield. So many years later, they decide they want to get a little revenge on him, so they play. And it ends up that good old number 99 actually makes the winning catch to win the game. So that was another 99 in the movie The Best of Times. So that one was fouled out of play. It looked like the play could have been made, but number 19, Heidi Martinez, stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. We have 2 runners on. Lady Jackets would love nothing better than to get out of this inning without giving up any runs. Getting late here in the third, down 13-0. They do not want to get run ruled in this game, so they need to eliminate giving up more runs and need to convert on the offensive side of the ball and score runs. So the pitcher now is Alia Cerda, who took over for the starter, Ocean Gomez, who was pulled in the second inning. And so far, Cerda's done a good job. Done a nice job on the mound. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Next pitch is there. Ball once again fouled out of play over the first base side. As we like to say, Heidi Martinez is staying alive. Sung by none other than one of the greatest groups in the 70s, the Bee Gees.
No, but not.
In the 70s, I'm sorry, the Bee Gees were one of the greatest bands. Just like in the movie Big Daddy, where Julian says Styx was the greatest rock band to ever play.
Yes, they were.
Yes, Styx. In the movie Big Daddy, Styx, according to Julian, Styx was the greatest rock band ever. I have to disagree. They're good, but I don't think they're great. Greatest rock band. I don't know. Who would be the greatest rock band? AC/DC? Maybe Guns N' Roses, Bon Jovi, Led Zeppelin. I guess you could say the Eagles would be a rock band.
Yeah, I guess so. Who would be the greatest rock band? That would be interesting.
So ball 4, we have bases loaded.
Bill Haley in the comments.
Bill Haley in the comments, yes.
Oh, what's his name? Keyboard player, soloist. Who is it? They pinch hit another one.
I can't tell. Looks like a pinch hitter number 1, Sofia Garcia, is up for the Lady Chargers. So far, it looks like Vets is giving some girls a chance off the bench.
Now batting for the Lady Chargers, number 1, Sofia Garcia.
So, yeah, Bill Haley in the comments. Actually, interesting story, Frank, and this is not a joke. I went to school with Bill Haley's son at the Marine Academy, Pedro Haley. That is the honest-to-God truth. I'm not kidding you either. Pedro Haley, yes. Yes, Bill Haley was from Harlingen. His son, Pedro Haley, and I went to school together. And that is, I will swear on a Bible on that.
The Mexican version of Bill Haley.
He looked just like him, too. So, swing and a miss for strike number 3 in the Lady Jackets. Whew, let's breathe. Bases loaded. They get out of it. No runs. Going into the bottom of the third, trailing 13-0.
Getting some energy from these Jackets now. Hey, John, is it mirror these lights brighter than the Mercy lights?
So here in the bottom of the third, score is 13-0. Ed Couch also coming up to bat. Had a big inning there where it could have got ugly, but the Lady Jackets able to record it out, keeps the bases loaded, allows no runs. So now this is the chance where EE has to step up. It's getting late to where if they can't produce some runs, they could get run ruled here. So looks like it's going to we're going to have Sienna Ortiz up to bat, first baseman. She's got to try to get something, anything going for Ed Couch.
All right, Jacket fans, we got to make some noise. Now batting, your first baseman, number 7, Sienna Ortiz.
So trying to get the Lady Jacket fans a little riled up here as we are in the bottom of the third. Score is 13-0 in favor of the Lady Chargers. So Sienna Ortiz, senior, going against a fellow senior, Cassie Valdez, pitcher for the Lady Chargers. And so far, she has allowed no runs, no hits, no one on base. She has what we like to call the perfect game. So ball in there for strike one. Oh, speaking of the perfect game, if anyone remembers that movie, The Perfect Game, there was a team from Mexico who made their way into the Little League World Series and ended up winning it. So, and that movie actually was called The Perfect Game. So I would kind of consider that one of the greatest upsets in sports history. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Sienna Ortiz looking to be the first Lady Jackets batter to get on tonight. Comes the pitch. Shot into left field. That ball is going, and it hits off the fence for, looks like what will be a double. And Sienna Ortiz gets on with a stand-up double, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Jackets staying alive.
Who is it? All right, fans, I say let's keep this rally going. Now batting, number 18, Kat Garcia.
So looks like a pinch hitter will be number 18, Kat Garcia, who comes in. And Sienna Ortiz leads off the bottom of the third with a big hit. First one of the night, records a double. And let's see if the Lady Jackets, if this can give them the momentum that they need to get back in this ball game. They definitely need to get something going here. Frank played a little bit of Here Comes the Boom, so let's see if she's got the boom and can lay it out. That wind is blowing out right now. Ball falls just foul for 1 ball, 1 strike. And if you see the flags are blowing out into left field. So if Kat can pull one, she's got the power. She can nail one out of here. And I'll tell you what, that would be huge for the Lady Jackets. Try to string something together here to get back in this ballgame. It is not over yet. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Kat Garcia. Swing and a miss, strike number 2.
Would 2 runs get him out of that rule?
In order for them not to get run rule, Frank just asked it, they need to at least score 4 runs because there is a 10-run rule. But if they can score at least 4, that will keep them, keep the ball game going. So shot right down between short and third, runner is safe. Kat is on with a double. We got something going here.
With runners at the quarters, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring up your shortstop, number 4, Odessa Mata.
So Odessa Mata coming up looking to try to keep this hit parade alive for Ed Couch. They have strung together back-to-back hits for the first time in this game. Odessa Mata looking to score the first run of the inning for the Lady Jackets. Try to get back any way they can in this ball game. First pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. Ruth Flood is over there telling her, hey, swing it late, swing it level, and you know what? Keep the ball fair. That's the big thing. So Odessa, a senior on this team, she has a ton of experience. She's got 2 ducks on the pond, as we like to call it. If she can bring those ducks in, that would be big for Edcouch to keep them alive in this ballgame. So shot down to the first baseman. First baseman tags. That is out number 1. So we have runners at third and second with 1 out for our leadoff batter, center fielder number 11, Jackie Alvarado. Lady Jackets with their best opportunity right now to get back in this thing, as back-to-back hits have got them in scoring position with only 1 away. So that first pitch falls in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike on Jackie Alvarado. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. You can hear the Jacket fans there trying to rally the troops to get them going, get something going. Try to fuel their Lady Jackets to get back in this ballgame. So here comes the pitch. Ball is inside. Ball 1. She had to move. That one was close. Almost hit off her foot. So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Yeah, if she would have gotten hit, that would have loaded the bases. So here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. 2 away.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Jackets, your designated player number 10, Destiny Munoz.
That's going to bring up number 10, Destiny Munoz, and she is the last chance in this inning to try to get some runs on the board. Swinging a miss for strike number 1. Lady Jackets led off the inning with back-to-back hits, and it looked like that they were going to get right back in this thing, but give Cassie Valdez credit. She has recorded the next 2 outs, and we are possibly, she is 1 out away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Pitch is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful night. Winds blowing. Beautiful evening. Hope you guys are enjoying this broadcast, sitting back, maybe barbecuing a little bit, drinking some Aquafina water, maybe a Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke, a banana cream pie protein shake, as I had earlier. I'm never going to hear the end of this one. That's okay. I'm sticking to my guns. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Runners at third and second for Destiny Munoz, the designated player. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Deuces are wild here in the bottom of the 3rd. That right there would be an awesome hand in cards if you're playing Deuces wild. So here we go. Last chance for romance right here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Cassie Valdez gets out of the inning. We go to the top of the 4th. Your score, 13-0. Lady Chargers on top. Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in to this broadcast at Cal Chelsea Softball. John Cannon with the call. Joining me on the camera, George Flores. Of course, joining me in the box always, we have the lovely Miss Yoli on our scoreboard. The lady we like to call the legend. The legend. They're gonna retire her jacket here. I always remember Yoli. She's always got her little blazer on, the little jacket. Always sporting the Lady Jacket logo. You know how most people retire a jersey? We are going to retire Yoli's jacket. So that's what we'll put up here. And, of course, the new man, my partner in crime, here for baseball tonight, taking over some softball duties. Mr. Frank Alvarado running the music.
Yeah.
So here in the top of the fourth, your score 13-0. Up to bat is Cassie Valdez, the pitcher. Looks like we had a change. Number 3, Cassie Fuentes comes in for number 4, Odessa Mata. Up to bat for the Lady Chargers pitcher, number 7, Cassie Valdez. So still trying to look for the change. The umpire told us 3 for 4. Not quite sure. It looks like possibly we have Cassie Fuentes at the shortstop position, possibly. Pitch was in there for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
After 3 or 10 after 5.
Oh, okay.
So no balls, 2 strikes on the pitcher, Cassie Valdez.
Oh, they need something. Yeah.
So a shot just falls in, little bloop single that just falls in right before second base. Cassie Valdez does get on, shows some wheels, and we have a runner at first with Mian Saldua up to bat. Next up for the Lady Chargers, center fielder, number 5, Mia Ansaldua. So Mia Ansaldua, to say that she has been clutch with the bat is, to say the least, 5 RBIs on the night for her team. She has scored 5 of these 13 runs for the Lady Chargers. Ball is there for ball 1, and Yoli said it best. The way that the run rule works, it is 15 runs after 3 and 10 after 5. So Ed Couch, they cannot give up 2 runs here and not score in the 4th to keep this thing going. Ball is outside, ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. That's going to bring up, it looks like, the catcher, Harley Morales, number 21, if Ansaldua should get on base. And ball 4, Ansaldua draws a walk. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, catcher number 21, Harley Morales. So sure enough, that's going to bring up catcher number 21, Harley Morales. Brownsville Vets threatening to score once again, add to this lead. Again, the way the run rule works is it is 15 runs after 3 and it is 10 after 5. So swing and a miss, strike 1. So Ed Couch, if they want to keep this thing going, they have to eliminate giving up at least 2 runs, or they must score. So it's a pop-up over to the pitcher. Ball does fall in, but the shortstop picks it up, throws her out at third. We do have 1 away. Cassie Valdez out at third base. Next up for the Lady Chargers, second baseman number 6, Liz Abete. So a big play there for the Lady Jackets as they are able to get the go-ahead run at third. 1 away, 2 runners on for Liz Abete, second baseman. Lays down a bunt. Ball does go foul, out of play. Strike 1. Ed Couch in the bottom half of the third. It looked like we're going to finally get something going. Got back-to-back hits by Sienna Ortiz and also by Kat Garcia. It appeared at least that they were threatening. They were threatening, but Cassie Valdez, the pitcher for the Lady Chargers, able to record the next 3 outs, and that kept the runs off the board. So foul ball over the catcher's head, goes out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. And there was one play where there was an inside pitch, and Frank said, "Pull a Rudy Stein. Pull a Rudy Stein." If y'all don't know who Rudy Stein is in the movie Bad News Bears, that was one that Coach Buttermaker had said, "Step in, get on base, Rudy, get hit anywhere you can." So called strike 3, ball drops, but she is thrown out at first for out number 2.
I'm here at the Whataburger.
Lexi Isaias up to bat for the Lady Chargers, 2 away, runners at second and third. Lady Chargers well in command, 13-0 over the Lady Jackets. Ball is inside, 1-0. And I tell you, one thing I've noticed, and Frank and I have noticed, Vets has got some big girls. But I tell you what, they can run. These girls got some wheels, man. And they can hit, yes. Ball foul out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Yeah, this team they've got what you like to call the total package. Big, strong, fast, and powerful. So definitely a deadly combination. And they've got great pitching and excellent defense as well. So shot goes to the second baseman, is caught. That ends a threat, 3 away. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lady Jackets need to get something going on offense, trailing 13-0. So again, we want to thank everybody. Hopefully you're still tuning in with us tonight. If you are, thank you so much for tuning in to our new YouTube channel here on EE at Calchasa ISD. Of course, this is Yellow Jackets softball. John Cannon coming to you from the Joey Torres softball field, joined by George Flores. Tonight's topic of the evening, greatest upsets in sports history. Tonight we were hoping for an upset as the Lady Jackets were looking to give the Lady Chargers their first district loss of the season. So with that said, we were looking at some of the greatest upsets, and some that we came up with was Buster Douglas over Mike Tyson in boxing. Of course, Frank came up with Rocky Balboa and over Ivan Drago. And Yoli and I came up with what is considered probably the biggest upset ever in sports history, and that was the Miracle on Ice, Team USA defeating Russia in the 1980 U.S. Olympics. And they did that all with collegiate players. So it looks like the catcher, Sarah Sombio, will be up to bat, followed by Kaylee Gonzalez and Sam Montelongo. So that's going to bring up your catcher, number 17, Sarah Sombio. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Lady Jackets must constitute some runs. This thing is getting late. It's getting to where if they cannot string some runs together, it could be a run rule. Ball is popped up out of play. The catcher and first baseman for Vets try to make the play. Ball does fall in. So that is no balls, 1 strike for Sombio. On deck is Kaylee Gonzalez, the left fielder. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. In there for strike number 2. This time we want to wish our track team luck tomorrow. District 32 5A track meet going on. Tomorrow will be the finals of the running events. So we definitely want to wish them the best of luck. Ball goes out of play, caught by the first baseman for out number 1.
Next up for the Lady Jackets, left fielder number 14, Kaylee Gonzalez.
It's going to bring up number 14, Kaylee Gonzalez, playing left field tonight. There goes my pen. I don't need it. Good thing about that. So wind is blowing a little bit here. So trying to maintain my all my neatness here with my sheets and everything, and trying to get a score on the boys game. Of course, the boys tonight playing against Donna High. Trying to get a score for that one. Yep. Right now, Lady Jackets need to take care of business here. They need to get on. So there we go. Shot over the third base line. Nice stop by third base, but it is called a foul ball. Somebody asked for a replay screen.
Good luck.
Yeah, unlike football, there is no instant replay here. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away on the batter, Kaylee Gonzalez. On deck is number 8, Sam Montelongo. Ball is inside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. And that is there for strike number 3. Oh, sorry. I'll take that back. Strike 2. I'm sorry. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. That one was a little riser that just fell in. We just got to score. It is currently in the top of the 4th. 1-1. Donna High and Ed Calchelsa boys baseball. Shot to left field. That one's going to just fall out of play. It's a long strike number 2. Score is 1-1. Donna High and Ed Couch, top of the 4th. Try to keep you up with that one as much as we can. So here we go, Cassie Valdez. So far working on a 2-hit shutout tonight. Comes a pitch. Shot into left field. That ball falls in for a single. So base hit. Going to bring up Sam Montelongo. With a runner at first base, that's going to bring up your second baseman, number 8. Sam Montelongo. It's going to bring up your second baseman, Sam Montelongo. See if she can try to get something going. Get a little rally. 1 away runner at first base. First pitch is high for ball number 1. Again, Frank asking for a Rudy Stein on that play. One ball, no strikes, 1 away. Comes a pitch from Cassie Valdez. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. And chances are getting lesser and lesser for the Lady Jackets here, as they need to try to get something going to stay alive in this game. Keep this game going. Try to force it into a few more innings at least. Here comes a pitch from Cassie Valdez. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball was high. She's been able to get him to swing on that rise pitch quite a bit. As that ball comes up and it just rises. And the Lady Jackets, tend to want to try to take a swing at that. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. On deck is number 22, Natalie Lopez, third baseman. Comes the pitch. Ball is fouled out of play. She is staying alive. Hope it didn't hit my car. I parked right behind it. It's had to be my luck. You know, with a cracked windshield. Surprised Frank doesn't have the cracked windshield sound. Freak out some people.
Yeah. On deck is number 16.
What? Another ball foul out of play. Still staying alive. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter possibly. Can't really see that well, but Frank's saying it's number 16, but it looks like number 22 on deck. So, yes, we did confirmation. Marlene Gonzalez is on deck to bat next for the Lady Jackets. Here comes the pitch. That one just falls low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner at first. Thanks to Kaylee Gonzalez, who hit a shot into right field that fell in for a single. So here comes the next pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike number 3. So, Marlene Gonzalez, pinch hitting for Natalie Lopez, third baseman. Looks like Cassie Valdez and her catcher talking a little bit. They're probably saying, hey, we get out of here early, man, we might be able to make some pretty good restaurants, you know. Some good eateries, maybe Rose Burger House or possibly Leroy, something like that. So. Yes, eat early, go home. They got that long bus ride. And some of these girls may be playing track, so got to think about that too. They may be running track tomorrow. But if you're the Lady Jackets, not yet. Not just yet, so. Hopefully Marlene Gonzalez can keep something going with 2 away. Ball is high. Ball actually called a strike. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So Cassie Valdez so far working on a shutout. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So far she has only given up 3 hits and no runs. That's Red Couch also. Ocean Gomez started the game, but then pulled her in the second for Elia Cerda. Cerda's done a nice job on the mound since then. Swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that is 3 away. Looks like we're going into the top of the 5th inning. Score is 13-0 in favor of the Lady Chargers. Hope everybody's having a great Friday evening. You guys are ready for your weekend? I know I'm excited. It's WrestleMania weekend. I am beyond excited. WrestleMania on Sunday. Great matches coming up. I know George and I are already planning a WrestleMania watch party. I think he was wearing his John Cena "You Can't See Me" shirt today all around school. So I guess he's hoping to see John Cena, The Undertaker, you know. That match yet to be determined, but rumors are swirling that quite possibly The Undertaker will return as the biker Undertaker. Some of the big matches, of course, Ronda Rousey making her debut. We have the World Heavyweight Championship, Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns. So I know what I'm going to be doing Sunday. I'm going to have some protein shakes, some salmon, and WrestleMania. And if y'all believe that, you're crazy.
Yeah.
course, starting the festivities are tomorrow night. NXT TakeOver New Orleans. I believe Aleister Black against Andre Cien Almas. If y'all wonder what I'm talking about, I'm a big wrestling buff. And this is like our Super Bowl this weekend, WrestleMania. So to me, it should be a national holiday. They should allow people to take Monday off for a national holiday because of WrestleMania. They allow it for the Super Bowl. They should allow it for WrestleMania. So I am going to start a petition that they should let WrestleMania Monday, everybody should be off. One person you won't see at WrestleMania is Conor McGregor. He will not be there, so. So we have number 99, Lexi Wild Thing Garcia. Of course, if y'all were listening earlier, we're talking about number 99. What's the most memorable person in a movie that wore number 99? It was Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn, pitcher for the Cleveland Indians. So shot over to second base, picked up, thrown out. Runner is out at first, one away.
What was the name of the movie, John?
The movie was called Major League. Major League. Lou Brown was the manager. You had Jake Taylor was the catcher. Roger, how was his name? The third baseman, Roger Dorn. You had Pedro Serrano. That was the voodoo guy that had Joe Boo. You know, you had Harris. You had Willie Mays Hayes. Say hey, Willie Mays Hayes. Great movie. That was one of the greats. Yeah. What league did you play in? California Penal League. What were you there for? Oh, I stole a car. One of the famous lines from that movie, Major League. Of course, another 99, if anyone remembers, The Best of Times with Robin Williams. He was Jack Dundee, and he wore number 99. It was a football movie with Kurt Russell as well. So 2 balls, 1 strike, ball is high, ball 3 balls and a strike, 1 away. On the batter, number 13, Christina Gonzalez. Lady Jackets are in the top of the 5th, currently trailing 13-0. They have to score at least 4 runs in this inning to keep this game going. So next pitch, hit over to the pitcher, nice play, recorded second out, thrown over to Sienna Ortiz to first base for out number 2. Now batting for the Lady Chargers, designated player number 14, Sarah Gomez. It's going to bring up designated player number 14, Sarah Gomez. So far, you know, I got to give the Lady Jackets credit. You take away that first inning, it's a 3-0 ball game. I mean, they'd be in this thing. You know, first inning was definitely one they want to forget. 6 errors led to a ton of runs and some big hits as well. But since then, the Lady Jackets have cleaned things up a little bit, you know. Shot over to second base, fielded, thrown over to first, Montelongo to first base. Sienna stretches out. That is out number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Another great defensive inning for the Lady Jackets, and we are in the bottom of the 5th. This is the one they got to come through. They need 4 runs to keep this thing going. Can the bats come alive? We shall see next.
Man, if they don't score, that's it.
So coming into the bottom of the 5th inning, 13-0, Brownsville Veterans, Lady Chargers over the Lady Jackets. This is the last chance for the Lady Jackets to get back in this thing. Up to bat will be Sienna Ortiz, and if you remember, Sienna Ortiz actually got the first hit of the night as she led off with a double, and then following that was Brianna Gonzalez. No, it was Kat, right? Kat, who came up with a single. So let's see if Lightning can strike twice. However, if it does, can they score in this inning?
Lightning strike 4 times. Kat.
Can Lightning strike 4 times? They need 4 runs. We need 4 Lightning strikes. Correct. The bats need to produce the lightning.
All right, Lady Jacket fans, let me hear you make some noise up to bat. Your first baseman, number 7, Sienna Ortiz.
So Sienna Ortiz looking to try to help the Lady Jackets creep back in this game. Cassie Valdez has been wheeling and dealing for the Lady Chargers so far, only giving up 3 hits. That one in there for strike number 1. And you can tell the Lady Jacket fans not happy at all. They make sure to voice their opinion with the umpire. Swing and a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Sienna Ortiz, first baseman. On deck is Kat Garcia. Kat Garcia on deck. And swing and a miss for strike number 3. That's 1 away.
Next up to bat for the Lady Jackets, number 18, Kat Garcia.
So Kat Garcia up to bat. Chances are dwindling for the Lady Jackets. They're 2 outs away from seeing this game come to an end unless they can score 4 runs. Pitch is in there for strike number 1. The ball's 1 strike. With the win, the Lady Chargers will improve to a perfect 10-0 in district play. As for the Lady Jackets, they would drop to 6-4, and I just got a score. Mercedes well on top of Brownsville Pace, 13-0. So that's good for Ed Calchelsa. That will drop Pace to 4-7. We'll keep Ed Calchelsa in the running for the top 4. So ball foul out of play, third base side. So right now, the way it looks is we have Brownsville Veterans in first place at 10-0. If with a win, Mercedes will improve to 8-2 in district play. And depending on what happened with Lopez was beating Donna, so Lopez would improve to 7-3, and Ed Calchelsa will drop to 6-4. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away on Kat Garcia. On deck is May Gomez. Shot to third base. Ball is foul. Kat Garcia staying alive. If we had staying alive here, we would be playing it right now. Something we will have to implement for the next game. As we go on, yes. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3 on the changeup. 2 away. Last chance for Ed Calchelsa in May Gomez. So May Gomez, last chance for romance for the Lady Jackets, as this is, they need something here. They have 1 more out recorded by the Lady Chargers, and they win this game in 5 innings. And I tell you, I got to say this, and you can take it any way you want, but you got to give Ed Couch credit. After that first inning, it looked like this thing was going to be a long night, a very long night, maybe even ending in 3 innings. Since then, they have held them to 3 runs over 4 innings. Defense has played better. They were plagued by errors early in the first, but they cleaned up the errors. They were able to get a couple of hits. They had some chances to score. Give credit to the pitcher, Aaliyah Sedda, for coming in. She did a nice job. So, we could be looking at a 3-0 ball game, which if it was 3-0, that would be a game. So strike 1, no balls, 1 strike, 2 away on May Gomez, the pinch hitter. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So she is the final chance. No balls, 2 strikes. And I'll tell you, Cassie Valdez has not laid off. She is bringing the heat. Frank is right. But I tell you, if you notice, she's caught him off guard with that changeup as well. Just that little kind of riser changeup. And here we go. Ball is outside, ball one. Trying to get her to catch. Trying to get her to bite on the outside. She's had a couple girls swing at it, but May said, nope, I'm not swinging at it. I'm going to make you work a little more. So here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score, the Brownsville Veterans Lady Chargers 13, Ed Couch Elsa 0. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to our YouTube channel tonight. John Cannon with the call. Y'all have a great weekend and a pleasant Friday night.